Have you ever noticed that your life isn't changed by the biggest decisions you make? It's changed by the ones you never realize you're making. Every morning, Tact walks down the same little path through Wonderlane. He passes two identical wooden doors, one on the left, one on the right, without thinking. He always opens the left one, not because it's better. Not because someone told him to, simply because yesterday. He opened the left one, and the day before that. And the day before that, one morning, he stopped. He looked at the other door and quietly asked himself, when did this become automatic? That tiny question is where today's story begins. Most people believe their future is shaped by massive decisions. Choosing the right career, starting a business, moving to a new city. But psychology tells a very different story. Your future is usually built by thousands of tiny decisions your brain makes without asking you. You don't wake up one day and become successful. You don't wake up one day and become unhealthy. You don't wake up one day and suddenly lose your confidence. Instead, small actions quietly repeat until they become your identity. And that's where your brain reveals something fascinating. Your brain has one job above almost everything else: to save energy. Imagine having to consciously think about every single thing you do: how to walk, how to brush your teeth, how to hold a spoon, how to tie your shoes. You'd be mentally exhausted before breakfast. So your brain creates shortcuts. Psychologists call these habits. Once a behavior is repeated enough times, your brain stores it like a saved route on a map. The next time, it simply says, I already know the way. It's incredibly efficient, but efficiency doesn't always work in your favor, because your brain doesn't ask one important question. Is this habit helping me? It only asks, have we done this before? That's why checking your phone the moment you wake up feels natural. That's why saying I'll start tomorrow feels believable. That's why procrastination can feel comfortable even when it quietly steals years of your life. Your brain mistakes familiarity for safety. And that's where many people get trapped. Back in Wonderlane, Tact finally reached for the second door. He hesitated. It felt strange, almost uncomfortable. The funny thing, nothing dangerous was behind it. Just a different path. That's exactly how change feels. Not impossible. Just unfamiliar. Researchers have discovered something surprising. The hardest part of building a new habit isn't doing the habit itself. It's overcoming the resistance of beginning. Once you begin, your brain starts collecting evidence. Evidence that says, this isn't so bad. That's why reading one page often becomes 10. Why putting on your running shoes sometimes turns into a full workout. Why writing one sentence can become an entire chapter. The first step isn't important because it's big. It's important because it changes your direction. Imagine a plane leaving New York. If its nose points only a few degrees differently, it won't arrive in the same country. Tiny changes, massive destinations. Your habits work exactly the same way. One extra hour scrolling every night doesn't ruin your future overnight. But repeated hundreds of times, it quietly writes a completely different story. One page a day doesn't make you an expert tomorrow, but after a year, you're holding a book's worth of knowledge. Most people overestimate what they can do in one day, and underestimate what they can become in 1 year. That's the invisible habit keeping so many people average. Not laziness, not intelligence, not luck. Automatic repetition. They never question the first door. Here's something even more powerful. Your habits don't simply shape your actions, they shape your identity. If every morning you tell yourself, I'll do it later, eventually you stop hearing it as an excuse. You hear it as who you are, but the opposite is also true. Every time you choose the difficult door, even once, you quietly tell your brain, this is who I'm becoming. Identity isn't built by grand speeches, it's built by repeated evidence. Back in Wonderlane, Tact smiled. Not because the second path was easier, but because he finally realized. The path had never been choosing him, he had been choosing it. Every single day, without noticing. So here's a question. What's one tiny door you've been walking past for months? Simply because opening it feels unfamiliar. Maybe it's writing one page. Reading for 10 minutes, taking a short walk. Turning your phone off before bed. Making one uncomfortable phone call, whatever it is. Don't try to change your entire life tomorrow. Just open a different door today. Because the smallest habits rarely look important while you're doing them. Their power only becomes obvious when you look back. Here in Wonderlane, every story begins with a question.